Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Trinity Continuum Aeon ASIYAH. I am your story guide, Scott. My pronouns are he, him. Their shit is all on the screen. When last we left our freelance scions, they had made their way onto Absolute Zero. Well, three of them did. Three of them made their way to the Absolute Zero. They were connected by a ridiculously long-range telepathic connection, which that's just so useful. The remaining of them stayed on the ASIYAH, witness to the beginning stages of a psychological breakdown of an incredibly powerful ship-based AI. But I'm sure that won't get more problematic.
I tried to be there. I tried to be there for ship.
Yeah. Some furniture got moved across the infinite void of space. Contact was made with a criminal contact here on Absolute Zero.
He's my friend.
He's your friend, yeah, absolutely. He's just a guy, you know. Shopping was done, and the angel of the Lord has returned, the scion of our grand ministry, the one true faith. And apparently this chapter house of Golden Ministries is not up on its money. It's actually having to feed people.
Oh no, taking care of people.
Yeah, I know. Ministering to the sick and the needy. That's not in the holy protocol.
Ministries we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we will return to that scene where you detect nothing with your psychic abilities out of line. But he says, like, oh, well, absolutely. If you're here on a holy mission, then of course my resources are available to you. But I really want to get right by the ministry. And make sure that we can turn this around. I'm sure with your guidance, we can get the funds moving in the right direction.
Hey, and if all else fails, I put my hand on her shoulder. I will call my mother and make it right. Oh God, everything I say to you sounds threatening, doesn't it? No, I don't. I'm on your side here. I'll make the problem. I'm here to make the problem go away.
I believe you. I believe you, sir. Everyone says that Asher is the kind and merciful hand to his elders, more strict, and there's got to be a mix, of course. You know, but you know, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna make this right. We're gonna make it so that the ministry gets theirs, and there won't be a need, because I've been hearing rumors of someone coming out to fix things, and I'm just so happy it was you.
That's interesting. Okay. When that happened, when those lines got you boop, you know, they're okay. So here's the plan. We are gonna keep doing exactly what we're doing for now. I have a little work to go do. I have to go check in with, my various groups.
Certainly you have friends in high and low places.
That is the way of things, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the Lord did spend his time amongst the destitute.
If only I were in any way, shape, or form close to him. So just keep your ear to the ground for me, okay? If you hear any scuttlebutt about the many armed terrors, and just the general goings on, because
No, I agree. The doctrine of our faith does say that those of sinful arms, terrible, sinful, many-armed horrors, must be pushed back against for some reason.
Must cut off all their right hands and throw it away from them. Because it calls them a sin.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, sir, I will absolutely keep my ears open. And, just if you could maybe give me just the slightest bit of advice about how to handle this improper flow of resources, I would be so grateful.
Can I see the books?
He's like, he goes and gets a set of books, opens it up. Oh no, these are the wrong ones.
Those are my father's books. Okay.
Let's get the actual books. He actually pulls them out of a safe.
Okay.
He has to you have to lean down so it can read his retina. And he pulls out and says here they are, sir. It's slates of data chips.
Oh my God. Okay. We don't have an accountant here. Okay.
Resources are very light out here on the edge of humanity. I have to wear a lot of hats.
I see. Well, can't hold that against you. I'm sure there's some parable out there about wearing many hats being close to godliness. I'm sure you know it. Great. So I'm just gonna start like opening up and just like into my mini comp.
Yeah,
It's just
and you do have the access codes for this level of things. So yeah, you're able. Your mini comp is keyed to gain this information, and you're able to get a copy of the books.
okay. Sam, for now, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Okay.
We need to keep the ship steady
Mhm.
while I go and figure out the money.
That's good to hear, sir. It's good to hear. I have my utmost faith in you and your blessed family line.
That's wonderful. I should be going.
Low be it to me to keep you beyond my ken.
That is in my head. That is so old already. Okay. You just see an imagery of like a rain cloud just dropping nooses. Like raindrops. That's the imagery.
So everything's going well.
Good time reconnecting with the faith, I see.
Oh god, this is really bad, guys. We'll figure it out. This poor stupid son of a bitch. Yeah. So I, say my goodbyes, and I just start heading for Chapter House, and like the moment we're out of sight range, I just put my head in my hands. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
There, sir. Your bodyguards are here for you.
Thanks.
What's happening?
Well, as you might guess, trying to fleece a bunch of people with religious nonsense out in the middle of nowhere out here isn't a good business model, but it's the only business model my ministry understands, is take from people. So they're not taking enough. And I'm pretty sure, well, any of y'all good with money? I'm not.
I'm great at finding it.
Okay. I'm going to show you, I have some books I need you to look at in our spare time. And I need you to see what awful things we would need to do to make them work.
I have a suggestion. Robin Hood?
I mean,
I don't think stealing from the rich to give to the church is really in keeping with that legend.
No, but
Definitely not having what this guy is.
no, but I just
it just points to the soup kitchen. Look,
Fine,
I don't like the church back home, but
well,
that's good.
his
Over the link, the problem is that the main ministry back home isn't going to think that that's good.
I'm not going to
guys.
be able to convince Sam to give up his life and redo it. Also, apparently, there's an adjuster that's been going
Ew.
around, and if they show up here, I will have to contend with them most likely. But that's fine for now. If I can get money and clout. By the way, did you happen to get my giant stack of gold bars from my room?
Damian has not said. He said what he was doing.
Oh, you didn't say? Okay, you didn't
Nope.
say you were going. Okay. Well, you would know that the only thing Asher has ever mentioned to you about getting out of there is a thing of gold ingots under his bed, and it's the only thing of value he owns.
Absolutely.
Preppers. Golden Ministries. Buy gold. We call it synergy.
Anything that Damian knows that you guys treasure is what he's going.
Well, unfortunately, the only thing I treasured is that sack of gold.
Is that sack of treasure?
Is that sack of
Literal
actual
treasure.
treasure. My
Okay.
one dot of wealth in physical form.
So are you still going to be heading over to the ASIYAH?
Yeah.
Are
I
the
don't.
two of you going with him?
I would love for you guys to come with to see something that isn't embarrassing.
Sure.
Sure, we're your bodyguards.
Yeah,
I'm his accountant.
There's just cackling.
Your bodyguard and accountant.
I had to say something. Then the guns came out. I forgot we have those. That is ridiculous.
Gun
How
church.
can you forget that?
Grow up around it, you'll forget that there's gun turrets in the ceilings everywhere you go.
So you guys
Wonder
get
why I never went.
to the transit tube. It actually looks like there's some maintenance being done on it at the moment. There's a very tall individual who's sort of manning a fleet of repair drones. They're kind of sitting on a bench, commanding them with their tablet. This is he looks up. It's an older person. They're actually very androgynous, kind of like Tilda Swinton, David Bowie kind of thing going on.
I'm listening.
And they just say, yeah, it'll be a couple of moments, my friends.
Okay.
And maybe about 10 minutes later, the whatever is broken gets fixed. And they kind of pack all their things up and head out. And a transit car comes, and this particular tube only goes to one place. So you guys can pile in.
While we were waiting for him, can I have been checking the news for seeing if any news of what happened out has filtered to Earth and then to here on the local upnet?
Yeah. The only thing that like you cycle through some news channels, and the only thing that sort of pings on your notice regarding that is that the Leviathan ship Crackshot returned before it was scheduled to.
Oh, okay. My mom probably doesn't think I'm dead. I don't need to email her.
Like it was supposed to be there for about a month, and it was there a couple of days. And there doesn't seem to be much more getting out about what happened because it was a pretty high level like Aeon Trinity and government mission. But yeah, so you guys pile into the transit tube. It makes its way sort of around to the other side of the asteroid, into a very secluded station. Probably about the size of the whole mini station is about the size of our modern day grocery store. And it is essentially like a little bubble of like bioglass that has been put to the on the surface of the asteroid. You actually offload onto it, and you are walking on bare rock. And there is a series of there's one large building that has like an open top to it, with, but again, that's what you see when you first come in. And there's like smaller little like like gazebos and other things, and it is a very sparse place. Like there is like the most like colorful thing is like you see a pretty big hydroponic garden that has like an array of UV lamps above it that seem to have a lot of produces a lot of the produce and other things, and it contributes to the oxygen generation. And not a lot of people around. Normally ISRA chapter houses are pretty busy, but this one seems to be pretty low population. You can all feel as you kind of get into your various attunement ranges, the presence of Psi users. When it's not surrounded by normal people, it's actually a lot easier to pick out.
I do, in fact, as soon as we get close. Oh, right, and turn Cycloak on.
Okay. Yeah, you feel Alex's Psi signature dampen.
We know you can do that, right? Have we ever seen you do that before? That's fine if not.
You might not have noticed. It might not have come up. I don't know. I draw attention to myself.
I mean, I can do something similar. Interesting.
But yeah, so you dampen yourself down, and as you guys are sort of walking up to the facility where you see people, you see someone peels off and comes to meet you.
Excuse me.
It's an older woman of African descent, and she sort of leisurely makes her way so that she meets you guys pretty much halfway, and sort of takes you all in and says, "Welcome to the Vesta chapter house of the ISRA. How can we help you serve the totality?"
Well, I'm a member myself. I just wanted to come check in, say hello. I'm going to be in and around Absolute Zero for a while doing some work, and I just wanted to, I don't know, say hello, show my face around.
I see. Interesting. We weren't informed or nor did we detect a member coming to visit.
Things have been interesting lately.
I see. Well, you are certainly all welcome here. You can tell two of you are member of the Gifted, but of course your neutral friend is absolutely welcome as well.
Huh.
We are a focused chapter. We spend a lot of our time predicting and seeking any potential danger that comes through this part of space. As such, our other resources are fairly limited. But if there's anything we can do to help any of you, then certainly we will do so.
Well, if you need anything, yeah, we're trying to drum up some business, as it were. So if you have anything you can think of, needing a crew of talented people for, we're here.
I see.
And my communication details are right here.
She takes it, looks at it, comes with a mini map, and looks it over and says, I see where we were using the loosest term of member. That is not a problem, but
We all serve the totality a little differently, don't we?
we all do, absolutely. We'll look into that. Regardless, absolutely. Our needs are few here, but we can certainly think upon things and see if perhaps our paths in the totality can join each other. Is there anything we can do for you here?
In my head, real quick, it's like, well, if you're looking for a giant focus laser of touching strings of reality, is there any information you wanted them to look into, or do we want to keep everything we know to ourselves?
Well,
I could dip a toe in and see how bad it is.
that's the one overarching question we all have. Well, I have. That I think you share.
Well,
But,
I don't think that's their business.
Exactly.
Stepping out toward into the, I'm just asking. It's like, do we want to see if they have ever heard of the other three names that we?
Oh, that's what I meant. Yes.
Okay, so I think I'll dip my toe into those first alone and see. I don't want to put these people in danger in case it is one of those sorts of things.
Yep.
Nothing we can think of off the top of my head. I just wanted to, make, as I said, just show my face around, make it known that I'm here if, y'all are in need or.
And remind me, you don't have a focus crystal right now, right?
Not on me.
Um,
I gave my last one up.
You did. She says, are you in need?
Yeah.
Very well. It is unwise. I can tell you are bereft. It is unwise for any Clairsentient membership or no to be without one. We have a small cash. We would be happy to let you partake.
I really, really appreciate it. I felt really off since I had to ditch my last one.
That must be an interesting story.
It's one I might tell if, things change a little.
She taps on her her wrist tablet, and a little drone buzzes over from the main structure with a little cloth satchel. Drops it into your hand.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, we can certainly keep in touch easier now.
Oh, absolutely. And if anything comes down the pipe, let me know.
Absolutely. We're here. And she also gives you the communication information for the local OpNet.
Right, okay. So what is this person's name? I'm sorry to do that to you.
Yeah. This is she's a woman named Reshi.
Okay.
He
All
says,
right.
well, unless you need anything further,
Oh no, please don't let us interrupt you any further.
it's well enough. There are enough of us here to keep a constant watch.
Are you just keeping an eye out for them? All
For the
right.
corrupted ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very well.
All right,
Well, it
well,
was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Have a good one.
You too. You guys head back. Back on the ASIYAH. Damian, what you up to?
Well, after I've finished getting everybody's stuff, I'm going to very briefly linger on Luna long enough to see if my brother actually bothered responding to my little message about alive.
Yeah, you check it out, and it's he basically responds with a quick message of thank heavens. My sources have very limited reports about what transpired. Certainly would appreciate an update. But mostly I'm just happy that you're in one piece.
I'm gonna message him briefly. Do you have time for a call?
He says, yeah, I do. He basically gives you you have to arrange some time on a tight beam.
Yeah.
Comm array. He pays for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you basically get to a private terminal, or you're in your place and you're in your private
Oh,
terminal.
it's gonna be the last call I make from this apartment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the light delay it exists, but it's enough so that like the SIs can compensate for it. So there are pauses in this conversation, but the SI kind of like minimizes overtalk, and like it's a very like quick edit on the fly kind of program. So it's basically a real-time conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it pops up, and it looks like he is currently out of uniform.
Mhm.
But you can definitely tell he's on base, based on the surrounding.
Yeah.
Which he is actually stationed currently on the edge of the blight zone.
Okay.
So kind of in Middle America, around the area of the country that is still corrupted from the Wyckoff blast. The last zone. And he says, "It's good to see your face.
It's good to see you too.
I'm hearing that things went to shit."
That is an understatement. They absolutely went to shit. Things got crazy really fast. We managed to save a few lives. Unfortunately, we couldn't save more.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I have a vested interest in that. One thing I did hear was that there's some blame being thrown at some freelance scions who were assigned to the Mitch McConnell.
I'm sure that there is a lot of blame being thrown at them, but it's not their fault what happened, I can say that.
I can't say.
I can.
I'm sure, but I have my obligations
I
to
know.
be skeptical about all of that. But yeah, I mean, was it as bad as we thought?
I'm gonna say it was probably worse, in all honesty.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
What should have been very easy went to shit really, really fast with multiple aberrant contacts.
Yeah, that's about the worst case scenario we were thinking was likely.
Those two freelance scions, myself and another, were responsible for taking down one of them.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is also, in a way, why I'm not particularly surprised that the blame is being put on them. No good deed goes unpunished.
I'm in a rock and a hard place here.
I'm not asking you to do
Like,
anything.
this isn't. I don't expect them to be monitoring this channel, but
I know.
regardless,
I'm not asking
I just wanted to give you the heads up.
I appreciate that.
Um,
And you are absolutely free to doubt everything that I'm saying.
absolutely. Yeah. The charges that I'm seeing are being uploaded here. Theft of a vessel, potential sabotage, dereliction of orders, Yeah, so you probably want to. They want to tread lightly
Yeah.
on FSA controlled areas.
Well, I don't think any of us have any plans to spend a lot of time in those areas.
So you're on absolute zero right now.
No.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm.
No, you're on never. Oh, that's right. It's like
Yeah.
so you're back on Luna.
For now.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Didn't
Um.
want to put you in that kind of a hard place.
No, I get you. I get you. I mean, I'm in fucking ass end of hell. But okay. All right. Well, thank you for the update, both because I wanted to know how
Yeah.
you were doing, and this could be useful information for my superiors. I'll note your counteracting. Well, I'll note that I have a source that counteracts some of the narrative that's being
Excellent.
played. Right.
I'll try to reach out as often as I can.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Unlikely, but did you get any of the aberrants' names? Any big movers?
Yeah. Because I believe we know about
The Undying Storm.
The Undying Storm and the Colony.
Mhm.
The colony.
The colony was there.
Yeah.
The colony was not there.
No, no,
Was coming.
it was coming.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
or
The colony was
or
coming.
okay, all
We
right.
were aware that it was coming. One of the ones that we encountered though was the Undying Storm.
All right, I'm not familiar with that one, but you know,
Not something I'd like to meet again, and something that
I
I'm
mean-
probably going to meet again.
fuck. Okay. Well,
yeah,
I will
we
see
made
what
friends in the worst possible.
I'll
way.
see what I can find. If they have a name that you know that can be learned, they tend to be higher up. I'll see what I can find about that. Yeah, that's bad news. Fuck.
Yeah, it was coming.
Like, is there anything else you can tell me about what was going on there? There's a lot of question marks about Epsilon Eridani. You know, I know there was a lot of reasons that Aeon and the UN and legions were going there. Anything else you can tell me?
I know from everything that I've managed to piece together is that the teams that went planet side were more or less, from what I understand, accosted almost immediately. Everything went tits up from the second they set foot on the planet.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know if it was a trap from the beginning. That's sort of what it sounds like to me.
Well, you remember where we got where my sources say we got that information from Divisian cult,
Mhm. Yeah.
which, you know, basically the devil. Although the colonies have, I'll just say no one's heard from Divismal or
Mhm.
one, but the colony's sure sticking around. So leave it at that. All right. Well, thanks for the information. It's going to be really useful for me, and you know, whatever I learn, there can be a quid pro quo.
Absolutely.
All right. Stay safe up there.
You stay safe too.
No guarantees. These fuckers are under the ground. If you ever want to stop by, I can give you the tour.
I mean, you know, I could be there in a heartbeat if I wanted to.
I know.
I'll try to find time to visit soon, I promise.
Well, it might be more complicated than that. It is an active military operation.
Who's gonna find out that I'm there if I don't want them to?
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying that it would cause problems.
Mhm.
But you can be wherever you want, whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I can.
it's cheating, you know.
You know it is.
All right, I
I
gotta
get
get. I've got to get back on shift.
All right.
Love you. Fucking psychics.
Pay for this when he could have just shown up.
Yeah. And he
Nah,
clicks off the
silly.
communication.
Yeah.
And with that, since I will have likely finished bringing
Mm-hmm.
everything through, then I will step back through onto the ASIYAH and close that portal.
Okay. Closes up. Yeah, so you are able. What are you going to be attending to? Anything else? Anything else on the ship? What are you up to?
At that point, I will be having the little robos
They'll
start
roll right
transporting
in
everybody's stuff
and get to
their
people's
homes.
quarters. They tag everything. It's all good. Yeah,
They label it all.
yeah.
The label maker.
A little laser burn onto things. Everything has to be categorized and put in its place.
Not the same system as my system.
No, no.
The war of the labels began that day.
That's too label.
Ooh. Oh God, the label war. Okay, so all right, you get stuff moved and put away. What's next?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna go up to find our wonderful ship
Mhm.
because I don't really think our poor shipboard AI needs to be alone right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like you just kind of wait for the chime to happen,
Yeah.
and they will materialize
Mm,
wherever you are. So everything squared away?
yes. How goes reconfiguration?
Oh, it's a project. Those data files were very useful. Yeah, I think I've squared away the basics of it. If you want to review some potential models, and like a little holographic display comes up and it sort of cycles through, like very, like it. To say that basically it's generative AI, like it's kind of like a Midjourney thing, but much smoother.
Oh yeah.
And like composites of the various images that you fed it. At which point I will ask, like, what would you want the ship to look like in terms of design and whatnot?
See, funny enough, Damian was actually going to ask a ship which one they liked the best. Just sort of trying to, in a way, give some
Okay.
power back and agency back to ship after so many losses.
Right, yeah. So it ponders it a little bit, and he says, a little unorthodox, but this fits sort of, I guess, my design sensibilities. And it's so normally the ship is kind of like a ovoid sphere made out of irregular black triangles, and the irregularities kind of flatten out. The color tones goes more to a classic gunmetal gray. The center of it kind of becomes more like a big pill, kind of says it, with like fanned wings coming out of it, and it kind of just has a general it's like this central what's the term for that? Cylinder, central rounded cylinder that has like fanned wings coming out and like little sort of bristlings for the gun emplacements that look much more in line with human, 2024 human designs, 2124 human designs, while still retaining a little bit of that. Not quite like it has a unique character to it, but it looks like a modern human ship.
Yeah, it looks like something that could have been constructed.
It could have been constructed like nothing that came off of a production line, like a custom job.
Yeah,
but feasible within human aesthetics. It's like, I'm a little partial to this.
I like it, honestly.
Okay,
I think it's great.
all right. Well, I will get to. We still have a little damage on things that need to be resolved before we can fully implement this. Okay. Hopefully those materials will make their way back, and I can get the auto repair functions working on that. But we can implement that as part of the repair process.
Okay.
And hopefully be a little less obvious.
Yes, just a bit.
And our custom designed and custom made giant spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they happen, right?
All right, so back on the Zero. You make your way back to the main station. And what's next on the agenda? You guys, like, you guys haven't arranged for like living quarters yet. Like the option to stay on your ship is always a thing, but you guys have yet to like, cause like it's still about a day out before your ship, so you at some point you'll want to rest and get ready and just have a place here on the Sin. So
Well, since we're carrying stuff from here too, it wouldn't make sense to leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that definitely is an action item of getting a place to stay, unless you do want to stay on the Bobo, which is a terrible place to bunk.
I'm
I
sure
will-
it's very
I will-
uncomfortable.
Leave that to those who have money.
Oh, yeah, I'll just...
I had a nickel, and I do.
No, there's fine. Every golden ministry has a... Okay.
You could bunk at the chapel.
The chapel does have sleeping space. It's not going to be super great, but it is free.
Better than the Bobo?
It is better than the Bobo. There's
There you
no
go.
doubt in my mind that it would be more comfortable than the Bobo.
Would it be weird if we're there and the adjuster you were talking about shows up?
Oh, we're the bodyguards.
I'd prefer it.
All right then.
Mean face.
All right, so you get out of the
This is my
transit
mean
tube,
face.
and the chapel is right there. It seems like the lunch hour has ended, and no one's fucking there.
And you telling me no one wants to hear the voice of the good Lord in here? Is what I say when I walk in.
We pump it out while they're here. It's just like it's Sam's just sort of sitting there,
Poor Sam.
next to the pulpit, eating like a little plastic baggie full of noodles.
That is the right way.
He's just like, oh, yeah, the lunch rush is over.
How y'all? Do y'all have like a restaurant or some cooks that come through?
I mean, we got a kitchen. And we've got some basic replication
I see. Okay.
services. It's just a dance. You got to provide something that they can't just get on basic needs. Something that has a bit more flavor and nutrition than the lower levels can pump out. But that just bites into the budget.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to. Obviously, it's been like 30 minutes, so I haven't had a chance to look at the books. I was when checking at my chapter house, but we were wondering if the accommodations are taken right now.
Well, currently I'm in the pastor's suite. But,
Well, of course, that's your
but,
that's your
but
spot.
no, I mean you for a member of the family, I can absolutely.
I'm not kicking you out of your room. Stop asking me that. Don't ask me that. I'm begging you not to.
You're really, really putting me. If it were found out that I did not give a member of the family the best possible accommodations, I don't want to think about what would happen to me.
What if I lied on your behalf?
Sir,
I know.
Take the man's room, damn it, and say it for the
Fine.
thing.
Fine. I
You
will.
could
We-
just tell
well,
him that
you
you're
be
trying
okay?
to maintain combat readiness, since you are on a crusade.
Or that you're eschewing worldly pleasure. Wait, no, just take it.
I'll just take it. My friends will need to. That's
Yeah, the pastor's suite has the room for attendance, and we can certainly move some things around. I'll get one of the acolytes suites for myself.
good. At least you have a bed. Okay.
Oh no, yeah. There's plenty of space in the chapel for my needs.
Have I seen anybody else working here besides him?
Nope.
I do over the lake, but I think he's alone here.
Mind scan. Is there anyone else in this entire ministry?
He's not thinking of anybody. Like
Oh no,
when-
I'm saying like minds in this
mind scan.
within Golden Ministry.
Within Golden Ministries? Nope.
Oh.
I'll let it go for now. Well, all right then, Sam. Let me take you out for a meal tonight.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, there's good places that I can
Oh, fantastic!
show you. I'll be happy to show you around the station.
I need a local. I need a local I can trust.
I've been here for about 2 years, so I think I got a good handle on things here. And I would absolutely love to show you and your friends the right places to go.
In my head, squeaky clean, good enough for me. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. So yeah, I guess pick me up around 7.
Absolutely, sir. Are you going to be here? Or...
Yeah, we'll be just right. Yeah, just coming knocking.
Okay, absolutely. I'll make some reservations.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you so much, Sam.
And he toddles off. He leads you to the suite and
Poor
like
fucker.
picks up some of his personal bedding and like some of his, like he clears out his toiletries and he says, "All right, well I'll just move my stuff into the acolytes' rooms and you can settle up in here."
Oh, fantastic.
And I wouldn't say this is like a palatial like this isn't the president's suite at a 4-star hotel.
Mhm.
This is still a room in a space station, but it has enough room. It has a private room for you, and like a couple of Murphy beds that can be like pulled down from the side the walls for attendants and other people. But it's comfortable, but I wouldn't call it extravagant.
For a space station, you were doing great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Way better than
Behold, the grandeur of Golden Ministries.
All right, let's take a look at these numbers. And
Yeah,
is
let's see
it
how-
customary to only have one guy manning a facility
No,
this
it's
large?
not. This place is completely and utterly. But I'm just thinking it's like bugging protocol. How
Oh.
bugged? Yeah, in our head, it's like this place is completely and utterly fucked. But if they are, if I can my main goal here will be to get Sam into the right headspace while also trying to save his butt from whatever adjuster shows up. But I'm sure that if things are as bad as he says they are, or as they seem here, they're coming. And I'll just have to hope I'm here when they show up. I don't know that man's heart, but he has been working out here for 2 straight years. And, his brain went to soup kitchen instead of fuck those guys. So, it's a start. That's further. The fact that he had the thought in the first place means he can be saved. And I know that's a funny thing coming from me.
I mean, yeah, but taking care of others is generally a good thing.
Yeah, but you have to. I mean, I don't know how much you didn't deal much with the.
Nope. Actively
Ministry.
avoided the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I know. It's for pretty good reason. It's. Ever hear the prosperity gospel?
Well, he explains that.
Whoa.
I go ahead and I just go sit on his bed with my feet on the bedspread and just
Ooh.
pulling up the numbers and.
Okay.
Vega just
Give me a
twitching.
humanities roll
Oh, okay.
to actually look at the numbers.
Okay.
Accounting, the most human thing.
Mm.
Accounting and art.
Mm-hmm.
Will intellect apply?
Mhm.
Cool. And will lightning calculator apply?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Oh no. Oh, okay. That is 4 total.
4 total. Okay. So these are the actual books. You can tell. You can tell that there's no real sign of like manipulation or whatnot. And yeah, I mean, you kind of have this idea. You can see, kind of space out how this is supposed to work. This is a minimal trickle of resources from the home office is supposed to translate into a stream of donations and tithes to keep this place running and to kick back to the home office. This is a spiritual extortion racket.
Right.
The way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Nobody out, like, you can tell based off like the numbers, that is not how this is working. This is those minimal resources in order to meet like butts in seats quota, which is another metric that they judge by. It seems the only way he can hit any of his metrics is to actually provide services to the needy to at least fulfill the butts and seats metric. And this is not sustainable. From a how things are supposed to work angle, you know, his output metric is just not happening. Like he brings in so very little. Like, and you can kind of like see some notes, and he notes like he's just constantly getting undercut by ISRA members who are providing actual like spiritual counseling. Like when they're not on shift, like they come in from their little they come in from their little rock garden. Like, oh, he has such bad things to say about the ISRA, and like,
fresh food.
and like finds people in need, and also people who are, you know, have the means to give donations to spiritual outfits, and just hoovers all of that up, and none of it comes his way.
Well,
Maybe I
he's
don't know
not
Sam's.
crooked. The ISRA is just undercutting all his business.
Well, yeah, we actually do something. we don't just tell them they're all going to die in a fiery pit and then take their money. I don't even know how this would possibly be sustainable. I mean, okay, that's looking at some of that's unwholesome, Sam. Okay, that's not nice to say about anybody. Okay, like just so maybe I don't know Sam's heart. Maybe I don't.
I mean, I appreciate the stealing from liberating objects from here to turn into food for others.
I think that may have been to pay the tithes back home. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little
He's
bit of that.
Ponzi scheming a little, like-
he's robbing. Yeah, he's liquidating things he ought not be liquidating in order to
Doing
get
sort
things.
of
Oh, well.
ecclesiastical uncut gems.
How many? How many wealth dots are we talking here that are just flying around that are just off kilter?
Off kilter? This place is supposed to sort of operate at a 3 level in terms of like its liquidity.
Gotcha.
and its things.
Oh.
It's barely operating at a 2.
Oh no. For the kids at home, those are orders of magnitude kind of things. So it's real bad. Well, shit, guys, I think this place is fucked.
Unless he figures out
And
how to monetize.
you do have 2 clues. How would you like to spend them?
Do you have any questions or anything specific, or?
I think dealer's choice might be the best here.
Dealer's choice.
Okay. You dig deeper and like go back into the histories of it, and you see like a point when this place should have collapsed, and you find the record of a donation that prevented that from happening. And you can tell any information regarding like the identity and the source of that donation has been scrubbed.
All right.
And you kind of dig a note of like you find kind of a note kind of linking to that donation of sort of earmarking it for like a potential future recourse.
I go back over once more just to make sure there isn't any weird expenditures that aren't the shoestring budget he's got going on here, you know, or
You see like a couple instances of him skimming,
Well,
like
man's gotta
very minor like skimming. Like when he's had a good week, he will occasionally take maybe half a point off of it for something. But other than that, that's like this irregular donation was about a year ago, and that's the biggest sore thumb that sticks out.
well,
okay, was that both of our questions?
Yeah, that's both
Okay,
of our
all right,
things.
cool.
either a true believer or maybe somebody made an investment in this place
No,
hoping it'll be useful to them
Yeah,
later.
I'm pretty sure that this was that stinks
Mm-hmm.
so bad.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
have to-
somebody wants to
Oh.
call in favors later.
Well, Sam, I'll ask Sam about it over dinner so I can at least maybe
Mm-hmm.
discuss terms of repayment. So the way I see things, we might be able to get this place stable with a couple of shifts. One, we can probably, first of all, I don't know if I want to because this place is awful, but we could probably turn it into a soup kitchen. a more permanent soup kitchen, which I'm fine with. So if we can get the butts in seats with just a more permanent soup kitchen thing by maybe... Anyway, we'll worry about logistics later. But I think we can get butts in seats with more food, and if we have to send less back home. And I can probably negotiate less back home, considering that things are awful out here. Well, anyway, we should probably rest. Unless you guys had anything you wanted to check on.
But I see why he's scared, though. It might not be an adjuster from Golden Ministries he's worried about. It's been about a year.
Oh, shit, you're right. I can say that an adjuster from Golden Ministries is about as bad as you're already thinking they are. So, like, the guy coming to break your legs isn't necessarily just a guy from an illegal organization. Like, my father is a monster. He will say, and he wants his money.
You know my mom still donates every week.
The Golden? Yeah. That's fucking terrible. I'm so sorry.
I'm pretty sure my family does too. I think the only one that maybe doesn't still drink that Kool-Aid is my older brother. Maybe.
Ugh.
Well, I'll try to fix it. I don't know, man. Like, the old man has to die one day, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, you might be able to talk to your mom to get...
Sorry.
Hey, I tried.
She has a soft touch for me, but not for anyone else.
But if it would make you happy.
That's not really what this is about. Not in this case.
I mean, I don't
Put
know.
that eyebrow down over the link. You think I don't know what an eyebrow over the link sounds like?
You got me dead to rights.
All right, so are you guys gonna rest? Are you gonna? What's the? You have dinner later.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the entirety of dinner or any
fine.
of that. I will, except for the moment where I do ask him where that money come from.
Okay, go ahead and make me a persuasion roll on that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ply him first. We're gonna be at a third location by the time I ask this question.
Third location.
Yeah, lots of drinks.
Well, his integrity. Well, no, he has a static integrity.
Ooh, I bet I can even enhance with a little touchy touch the potency of some of those drinks, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you want,
I
you
know
don't
you
have
did
to.
for you, but yeah.
You don't have to get him drunk.
Okay,
He'll probably just tell me.
that's
Mhm.
fair. All
What'd
right.
you roll?
Yeah, you're on his side.
I got 2.
2? Okay. Would you like to spend some momentum?
Yes, I would like to spend enough momentum.
Okay, I will spend 2 momentum it requires to get the enhancement you need. Yes, that was kind of a godsend about a year ago. There's a lady who she runs her own operation on the lower levels. It's kind of operation that I don't like to ask a lot of questions about. You have to understand, sir, things aren't working here.
I understand. I saw the books. I understand what's happening. This is a rough assignment.
You know, if it were just a criminal enterprise, then that's one thing. You know, you can lay down with the thieves and the lepers from time to time, as our Lord did back in the day, but there's no other way to say it. But there was a cult back in the day, and the legions swear that that the monster at the heart of it has been destroyed.
The Davisians.
No.
Another one? Jesus!
No.
How many aberrant cults are?
I mean, that is one of our divine purposes to root out the enemies of the devils, the servants of the devils. No, this was called the Underhive. It was a monstrous bug-like creature, and you know I I can't find any evidence that this woman was a part of that, but she was rumored to have been involved in the people who are no longer the cult. I don't think the cult's on the station anymore, but she made a very generous offer.
She ever
And-
touch you?
Hmm?
She ever touch you?
I mean, we shook hands,
Okay. You're-
but I don't. But yeah, she's. I mean, she's not a deformity. She has no deformities. She's.
Oh no! Well,
I
that
do in fact turn on some quantum sense as soon as they start talking
I'm
about
about to
that.
say,
Whoa.
Krilly and I.
that's what I was waiting for.
Oh boy.
I was like, gee.
yeah, no. Let's see. Okay, so 2, 3, and then 4.
Yeah, you are not able to pick up any active power use on him. Oh, active effect.
3 with Krilly and I.
He seems healthy.
And when I pinged him, he seemed like just
Yeah, just
He's
a
not a
guy.
psy- he's not a
He
psychic
is
of any
a
kind.
neutral human.
he is a neutral human. Okay.
And there aren't any other general aberrant or
Stuff-
weird
stuff
powers I feel
about
around
the-
here.
Nothing that you can detect.
Okay.
Accelerate, mending.
Interesting. Well,
It was just a rumor that she was involved with those people, and she has her own, like I said, her own calling down there. She tends to people down there.
sort of an angel of the slum situation.
Yeah,
Where her money comes from.
and she saw fit to help out a fellow servant of the divine.
Are you
And she did say that her door was open if things got desperate. But things aren't desperate anymore because you're here.
That I'd like to believe that. I'd like to think we can pull this one out. I have an idea or two.
I'm sure anything that you come up with, sir, we'll pull this around and we'll get those tides rolling back to Earth. And there won't be any need for any support from back home.
Well, we need to
Well-
be realistic. We need to be realistic about these. Listen, I know that our faith has a lot to say about, belief, but numbers are numbers, and we're going to have to figure out a way to make the numbers work. And we can't, unfortunately, wishful think the numbers.
Sir, your family has a special place in the Lord's plan. That is clear as day to all of us who believe.
Cue the noose rainbow again. Or the noose raindrops again. By the way, my head.
Dinner's going well.
But absolutely, sir, I put my trust in you. We are taught that when a member of the Golden family puts their mind to the holy mission, that there is nothing that can stop them. And I believe that we can make something happen here.
That I've seen.
I believe that too. I believe we can figure it out. And we'll let the rest of dinner be a nice.
Yeah.
I'll find out more about him as a guy.
Yeah.
Just family back home. Anything.
Yeah, he's family back home, sort of prime, the first class citizen family. The kind of person who is, sold, a life of meaning.
God, he must have really pissed my cousin off at seminary. To get this
Yeah,
post.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh my God.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, who the fuck
Oh,
whose
this
cereal
is a
did he
shit-
piss in?
This is
I'm
a-
wondering about the preachers who were here before him.
That is a great question.
Yeah, well, he says he came out here with a staff, a pretty standard staff of 5,
Mhm.
but they all lost faith.
Being hunger will do that.
Yeah. I mean, sir, the workers of the divine will always get their bellies filled. We do not allow those who serve to go with their basic needs unchecked. That would be high blasphemy.
Well, I definitely agree there.
But no, we're gonna turn things around, and like he says, like, and you know what? As a sign of that, I've had a little talk with the owner. It's a good personal friend of mine, and
Oh no.
and the wait staff
No.
comes out, and
Happy,
no.
happy
there's
birthday!
there's a large golden frosted cake.
No.
That
There's a hat coming your way. I
swat that.
yeah.
Get down, quick!
The superior bodyguard is clearly Alex. And Vega's just like,
This might be a bit. I appreciate
Just let
the.
it happen.
Okay.
It's not a happy birthday song, but a like nice dessert.
This is already
brought out.
happening. Just let it happen.
With like gold flake in the frosting, and like big healthy pork slices are dealt out for all of you, and real milk, real eggs.
holy
like,
shit.
Oh no.
It's the good stuff.
All right.
Did this put you even worse in the hole?
Oh no! The owner here owes me a favor.
Okay.
It's good. Good. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Delicious.
I bet it's fucking great.
No, yeah. I mean, it's.
It's probably the richest thing I've eaten in a while.
Okay, that was totally worth it.
I'll bring you a slice.
So yeah, you guys are able to finish up the dinner. So yeah, you guys are all feeling your days, which means that when you do go to sleep, the link would go down. So we need to resolve while you guys have that connection. How are you guys going to end the day, basically, from a powers perspective?
Damian, would you just port to us
I can.
in the morning, just at a normal time? We'll just be ready and we'll hop on the Bobo and figure out whatever it is we're about to do.
I mean, yeah. I can do that.
Okay.
That's not a problem. Give me a time to be on board it, and I can be on board it.
What time are we scheduled to go tomorrow? Just probably
Midday.
an hour. All right, so
Midday.
before 1200,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be good to go. All right, I'll let everyone get their brains back, and
Well, before you let everybody get their brains back, you'll all be happy to know that all of your things are on board ship for you.
Found my gold bars.
Yes.
Fuck yeah!
Thank you.
I got all of your stuff. Out of all of the places y'all were staying. All of the little hidey holes of all of you that I knew about. God, it's so weird.
I love that spatial set. You can
Yes.
feel all the nooks and crannies in the spot.
Okay,
It's-
good. That
it's-
one thing is there.
it's
All
mostly
right.
for me.
It's there. Also, Vega and Jane, you need to be fucking careful
Oh shit.
because there are definitely some charges that are going to be looked at being filed against the two of you in FSA spaces. I'm doing what I can.
What charges?
Oh,
All that stuff we did?
You
The
reading
theft of the vessel.
theft of a grand theft,
Spaceship.
you're on a spaceship, dereliction of duty, theft of
Cowardice.
sabotage.
sabotage, probably theft of corporate
Sabotage.
property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definite theft of
Yeah, they're just gonna blame everything on us.
Oh,
that
yeah.
said-
time theft. Yeah.
Now that
I mean,
said,
they didn't pay me, but
my brother has now got my conflicting narrative, so that can maybe go some way. He's not exactly low ranking.
All right.
I can also,
appreciated.
I mean, if I want, I can also.
I mean, we should definitely maybe fix Bobo now.
I should probably see if I should check in with Aeon, or if I should just. They haven't gotten in touch with me.
Other thing is that Ship has figured out how to reconfigure itself into a manner that will make us actually, be able to use the vessel.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
that opens up new jobs.
Well, we can also use the change in vehicle as a. We'll just make something up about how we got it, and it'll make us sound amazing.
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody that's trying to get started doing anything illegal is gonna lay all their cards on the table
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
outset. You guys don't. Come on.
That's right. But
Anyway, that said, the reconfiguration can't happen until any of those until like repairs are completed. So,
We're a
what's
little.
status on any of those materials?
I mean, I could liquidate my gold if we really wanted it now, but we're about to get. We should get paid somewhat for this mission, right?
we should be able to. That was enough to pay for the rest of the materials.
Yeah, the payday from this mission is enough to pay for the rest
Yeah.
of the materials.
Yep. After we pay for this mission.
Yep, we just gotta do this one job.
Well, I gotta tell Ship and the cats good night for me.
Absolutely.
Link
Gotta get that
down.
Up.
All right.
Turn alertness off.
So yeah, you guys are all getting ready for bed, and Alex, you get a message on your minicomp.
I spoke of the devil.
You did. Gonna happen anyway, actually,
know.
but
I figured it was about time.
it's weird because the message, the source of the message, is like the contact information that you were given to make clandestine contact
Oh, from the
from Aeon.
Oh,
So like
right. So the yeah. The
like
secret,
if,
the
yeah,
back
if,
channel.
yeah, to be
That's what-
secret back channel. Like you haven't used it yet,
But
and
it's
it's supposed to
told
be
me.
an outgoing only,
I see.
and it is being used to send a message to you, and the message is almost non-existent, like in the context of it. It's more of a. It essentially says, "Your presence on board is noted."
I
Your
would
your presence on Absolute noted. Absolute Zero is noted.
That's it.
No,
Oh, okay,
no.
sorry.
There's a second point to it. Do not contact Chapter House unless necessary.
It's not ominous at all.
Yeah, right.
And there's like like this is a like identity free
Yep.
it's just text. It dropped in from a contact that was supposed to be outgoing only.
Well, they have people who are way better at the technokinesis than me, so that's really shocking. But I do just want to check using my brand new tap power to see if there is any data hidden in the message I got, or anything weird payload or anything from it. I don't think I can
Yeah,
trace
you can
back,
you can
but-
essentially examine your mini comp on which on which the data came.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for your electrokinesis.
I got one.
It seems clean. Like it other than the fact that this particular packet is not supposed to receive information.
Right.
It kind of broke the rules in that way, but other than that, it seems like a pretty normal message.
And while I'm at it, I do go ahead and check the room for bugs using the or whatever electronic stuff is happening in here.
Okay.
Using the
EMs.
yeah the
Yeah. Okay. Make
that spectrum.
that's going to be your psi plus your electrokinesis.
Yep. 2.
You scan it. Yep, that's listening.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to locate that, and with a quick use of tap, you're able to just sort it out. Well, no, burst. Burst would do
Yes,
it. Yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah. Or distracted along. Yeah. I mean, I just heard from Aeon not to talk to Aeon, but I kind of figured they knew I was here anyway. They always know everything. Just letting you, just
Yeah.
keeping everybody apprised of the situation.
The fact that Isra said I was surprised them.
Yeah, right.
That
Of
well,
everybody who I wouldn't expect to be surprised by you being here.
we diverged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, from
what's expected. So
I see.
I think we might be on a weird one.
You always grow up hoping you'll be on one of the weird timelines.
Yeah. So you guys bed down for the night, get a good night's rest, and you wake up in the morning. Is anybody going to be doing anything in the morning before you guys are supposed to head out?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna activate alertness.
Okay, you can get that set up.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of curious about the the lady
Okay.
in the
Oh, yeah.
slums. If
Uh,
anybody wants to
Oh yeah, absolutely.
make their
Her,
way down.
the name you got was Kimmy Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to go and
Yeah, I might slum
check out
about
on
a
there.
bit.
Okay.
You know.
Give me a. Someone needs to give me. I need to get the thing here. Give me a culture roll.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Hello.
Yeah, somebody not me, because I have no dots of culture. Can I roll cunning?
You can roll base cunning, yeah.
Okay, that's something.
4.
Well, okay.
Ooh, that's 2.
All right. All right. So you guys put your thoughts together, and you kind of head down the lower levels, start looking for people and things that sort of meet the description, and you come upon. You come upon a group of people who have sort of cleared away a space in one of the maintenance eras. And there's about half dozen people here. And they are all meditating. There's one of them that is sort of reading from a printout, just kind of a sutra. Occasionally, like just sort of reiterating this sort of koan of mind clearing. It's not dissimilar from ISRA.
I was about to say, is this Deeker? Like,
No, it's not.
Deeker?
It's not that. It is
Okay,
definitely
it's
not that. This is much more mundane kind of spirituality.
Gotcha.
But it has its own sort of unique thing. Like you can't put your finger on like this is Zen Buddhism. This is whatnot. This is sort of like very very context minimal basic meditation techniques that this man is like reading out and sort of guiding the and like there are like people walking past, like this is in the middle of a fairly busy area, and just that sort of sticks out to you as a thing that could be cult like or religious group like, that meets kind of the vibe that you were getting from Sam about this Kimmy Gordon woman.
I do, just out of an abundance of caution, go ahead and turn on some quantum sense again.
Okay.
And once again, only one success.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Well, I guess I will roll attunement just to see if they're
Sure.
just send out a quick check to see if there are any psionics around or any psions.
Oh yeah, I could do that with Curly and I too.
3.
Great. Okay.
Tell me if they're.
You pick up no psi power use in the area.
Oh yeah, it's my highest.
Yeah, your
Mode,
highest
right?
mode. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make sure I did that right.
It looks like they have pamphlets or newsletters or printouts they're handing out
3.
or to be handed out.
3.
3 successes. There's something a little off about the man with the printout, mentally. Like he has a mental illness.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that does happen.
With 3 successes, like there's kind of a OCD recursive thought that has a hold of him, and it seems to be that like reading this scripture, leading this group seems to be
Okay.
in line with that.
Okay.
His illness is in line with what he's doing. It makes the gears are turning in the way that assuages his mental issues.
Okay. I think
It's all fine.
it's good. Yeah.
It's all fine.
I don't see anything weird. But
No.
This is. I don't see any reason to
I-
interrupt.
Listen, if I lived here, I'd probably pray too. And meditate. And do other
And as you guys are sort of sitting and watching, the group sort of concludes whatever it is, and they all seem to get up, and they all go up to the man, like tap their mini comps together, and head out on their way. Pretty standard transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, paying for a service.
Okay.
I'll approach the man.
Yeah, he's sort of packing up. Like he's got a little satchel that he has, like he got like mats that he brought with him.
Hey.
And says, "Oh, I'm sorry, services are over for today."
Oh, understood. I was actually just, enjoying the recitation and the serenity of it. It was wonderful.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on the simplicity of the. He does stutter. The simplicity of the koan, but it's also effectiveness. It helps people sort of wash away the stress of living in such a unnatural environment.
If I lived here more, I would probably be undertaking the same calming meditations. Oof.
Services are every morning at 9:00. Lasts for an hour. It is about 10:00 now.
Oh, well, I'll keep it in mind. I was actually, since you seem to be, of more of the spiritual bent around here, I was wondering if you have heard of a person called Kimmy.
Gordon.
Yes, Miss Gordon. Yes, she's
Oh, Gordon. That's it.
yeah, she's our leader in prayer. She's the one who distributes the literature and sets our schedule. She's kind of our organizer.
Oh, lovely. Do you actually is the literature openly readily available, or do you only have so much for?
It is a close practice.
I see.
Amongst us. You can certainly attend a service, and donations are accepted.
Of course.
It's hard to live a spiritual life down here. But yeah, you can certainly, and we can guide you through the process. But only when services are.
Oh, of course.
available.
I actually did have some business that I needed to discuss with Miss Gordon, from some stuff going on topside or up a few levels. Does she take visitors, or is she sort of in meditation most of the time?
I don't manage her social calendar, sir.
I was just saying, where was the general place where you would see her in a pub? Does she?
She only meets with initiates.
I see. Understood. Okay. Makes sense.
But you're welcome to come back tomorrow morning.
Of course.
And we can get you initiated in the koan.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, then.
All right.
I'll just walk off then.
Yeah. So eventually you guys go to meet up back at the docking area. Damian, you're able to port yourself into the Bobo fairly easily.
Who's ready to have their minds open?
Before I leave Busai, I'm gonna make sure the kitties are fed.
Yeah, kitties are fed. Yeah, they're fine.
And I'm gonna let the ship know that I'm going, because I don't
Okay.
want that realization to just happen.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I'm not
Oh.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
a
Oh,
kitty.
yeah.
Yep.
They appreciate it.
Mhm.
And it's like, all right, well, I wish you luck. And we'll all start what I can on the reconfiguration process. You're gonna miss another birthday.
Give me a list of those, just so that we can try to be here for them.
Oh yes, absolutely. And they provide an update with like a list of about 100 birthdays.
Thank you.
Oh.
And would you like a list of ours, since we're your new crew?
Oh yes, that would be appreciated. I can add you to the rotation.
All right. I will give Ship a list of our
You,
birthdays.
when you have a moment, your preferences, what type of sort of celebration you'd like, and we can try and get the parties suited to your well-being.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you
Good.
provide that update. Make your way onto the ship, and you guys all meet up at the Bobo.
Yep. I guess when they come onto the Bobo, I'll just be like sitting there in one of the seats waiting for them.
Hey, there
Hey.
he is.
So, I have birthdays of all of the crew.
Oh, good. We can
Okay.
maybe we can do something with that. Like
Ship
it all.
also has all of ours now.
Oh, good.
Seems fair.
So,
So now we have to find out the ships.
Oh.
They probably want a party too.
we're absolutely doing that.
Yeah, we'll purchase a party. That'll be. I mean, we
Your
like.
party hats.
Speaking of, a very, very flamboyant hoodie. Not brightly colored or anything, just has, some little LEDs going on it and a nice big cowl
I had
for
to
your
talk.
collection.
I had to talk her out of one that said "fuck machine" on the chest.
I thought you'd like it. I got it for the ship, though.
It was pretty good.
I did.
I got it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But if Ship would wear it.
I mean, found out something interesting about about Ship. Their appearance reconfigures to match whatever puts you most at ease. So I actually got to see
Well, that's not sinister.
Ship in one. No, it's not sinister actually. It's supposed to like ease stress for long voyages.
I guess that makes sense.
But I actually got to see them in one form instead of trying to accommodate all of us at once.
Ah.
That was probably a lot easier on the eyes.
All right, you guys want to move whatever
Yeah, you're
nonsense this is?
Yep.
a transport drone kind of shows up along a rail and deposits a pretty decent sized container that has like seals, the sort of indicators on the thing and indicate hazardous material, biological material, nothing radioactive.
It's always the hardest part
But
of
yeah,
the job.
it's like it is,
Really.
it is a sealed, like hermetically sealed container that has these sort of warning signs on it. Yeah, it sort of drops it off.
Curly and I.
Sure.
Look, if we're transporting a woman in a box,
It's good to know if there is anything alive in that box.
Yep.
And
Oh, that's way too many things.
it's a lot of things alive in the box. That's not good either.
a one.
There is no there's not a person in the box.
Okay.
There's no animal in the box. There is some live plant matter,
Okay.
but that's what you can check.
All right, plants. That's fine.
Makes sense.
Not a swarm of scorpions.
I mean, that's precious cargo out here anyway.
All right, cool.
All right.
Damian is just like vaguely disappointed in all of you that again he used to transport things as a job.
We want to know a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I don't ask questions.
I didn't ask a question. I'm just glad it's not scorpions.
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
I've
I know,
seen
right?
Too many vids about women, like, they're transporting something and the box opens up and it's always some naked woman. It's weird how often
Is that why you
comes
went through
up.
my luggage?
Yes!
There were no naked women in there.
It's good to know.
Yeah, if we were transporting an extra person, I'm gonna need to know about that.
Yeah. All right. The hard part's over. Now we can do the job.
Yeah. Loaded onto the Bobo. You guys talk to the space traffic control. They
Can I get my ticket stamp for return entry,
Yeah,
please?
yeah. This is a scheduled departure and with a
Yeah.
scheduled return. Everything
Please
is
do not blow us up.
warned. Yeah, you guys start heading out. It's like it's a couple hours travel, burning at the speed 6 that you guys have. Little Bobo, when you're going fast, everything shakes a little bit.
It's all right. It's all right. She's good.
She's holding together.
The buffer panels are still on.
Yeah, you guys sort of head out. You guys sort of officially leave absolute zero space. Heading out towards the edge of the solar system. You have some information about your target. It is a rock floating out in space around which people have put habitation and a lab facility. Just a barest bones little area. Not on any official register, but you guys have the coordinates of it. And as you start to approach a few hours after leaving, I'd like everyone to give me an attunement roll, please.
All right.
That is psi plus your highest mode.
Not
Oh,
a
shit,
single goddamn hit.
Okay. That is a momentum, though. All right. So, as you guys start to... So, I'll hold up your numbers again. All right.
3310.
Alex and Vega. You detect something weird. A psi signature at the location that you are approaching.
Okay.
Uh,
Short range.
Yeah, you're not in. Yeah,
Yep.
you detect it kind of like as you're approaching, as you're getting up close to docking, and you, yeah, it's just like there's a very very active psi signature. You can tell it's not human based.
Well, that is weird.
It's not a. It's like it's not a scion,
Yeah.
or anything like that.
So it could be another
Like a Sonic.
And sort of as you guys are lining up,
Crystal or-
you see, you're like sort of lining up the ship's airlocks. There is there is a burst from the airlock itself as the station's airlock cracks open, and a swarm of like living tendrils start to creep
Scorpions.
out from the airlock, cracking it open even further. And that is where we're going to end our story for tonight.
Fuck you!
Why are you this way?
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for watching. If you'd like to support the show and the channel, you can go to patreon.com/SimulacraStudios. Become a patron, join our private Discord server, gain access to us, gain access to role-playing opportunities, be in one of these shows.
Right.
Please check the show notes for what our cast has going on right now, and we will see you next week.